For almost 7 decades, kibbutz Nir Oz was a haven for its 400 residents living in an oasis of peace. But their paradise, just a mile from the Gaza border, was torn apart on October 7, 2023. Dozens of Hamas terrorists stormed the village, killing at random and inflicting a wound that may never fully heal in one of the darkest days in Israel's history. Early that morning, the kibbutz was attacked from 3 directions after Hamas fighters tore through Israel's defences by blowing up security cameras, automated weapon systems and motion detectors before mowing down the fence. More than a quarter of the kibbutz's residents were either killed or taken hostage in one of the most vile atrocities of October 7th. Per capita, Nir Oz suffered the most bloodshed and damage. More than a year and a half on, the kibbutz remains a heartbreaking memorial to the devastation and destruction Hamas inflicted. Walking around this gut-wrenching crime scene is not for the faint-hearted. Like many of us, I've seen countless photos and videos of the kibbutz, each one more sickening than the last. But nothing could have prepared me for seeing the area that should be filled with life and instead bears the scars of inconceivable horror in person. Aside from the occasional cry from a cat or the soft sound of a wind chime, the silence in the kibbutz is deafening. Once a close-knit community where children grow up and adults grow old, every aspect of human life has been shattered. Rows of modest, single-storey homes sit burnt out in a harrowing reminder of Hamas's callous actions. It took the IDF several hours to reach the kibbutz on October 7th, by which time all Hamas terrorists and later looters had left. In an appalling twist of irony, the kibbutz was founded by activists who worked hard to make it a haven for those fighting for peace. Among them was Oded Lifshitz, who lived in Nir Oz for almost 70 years with his wife. Both were brutally kidnapped by Hamas on October 7th, and while Yocheved was released weeks later, Oded was killed while captive in Gaza. A photo of the grandfather is pinned outside his once warm home, while a discarded beer can sits among the rubble outside. As I stepped inside, my blood ran cold at the sight of his burnt-out piano that he once used to entertain his beloved family. Outside, the stunning cactus garden he and his wife spent years nurturing has started to come back to life thanks to kind-hearted volunteers. But the lush greenery is not enough to mask the death and destruction here. Walking across endless rubble and shards of glass is enough to make even the toughest sick. Bloodstains on walls and floors remain, and more bullet holes than I can count. Further into the kibbutz, I came to the Bebas home, and it was hard to hold back tears. Toys never to be played with again are strewn outside the home Shiri and her 2 beautiful sons, Kafir and Ariel, were snatched from. Their pictures are perched on a sofa the family once would have sat on together. Ariel was just 4 years old, and baby brother Kafir just 9 months when they were taken hostage and robbed of a childhood by Hamas. Their bodies were released in a vile ceremony by Hamas alongside Oded's in February. Hamas entered all but 6 of the more than 200 homes in this peaceful kibbutz, and even their dining hall wasn't spared the terror group's wrath, with bullet holes in the entrance now greeting visitors. Inside, empty dining tables have been laid up, and the community's postboxes hold letters that will likely never be retrieved. Kibbutz Nir Oz has become a symbol of peace and resilience in the face of adversity, and efforts are being made to rehabilitate the neighbourhood. More than £70 million from the state will be invested into redeveloping the community, whose residents are living in temporary housing more than an hour's drive away. 13 hostages kidnapped from Nir Oz remain trapped in Gaza. Heartbreakingly, not all of them are alive. In a testament to their strength, residents of the kibbutz continue to battle every day for their release, hoping one day they will all dine together again.